Hi all, have you ever thought that your job could actually help farmers and protect the planet? Can working at a startup teach you more than a traditional corporate job? And what does it take to join a purpose driven company like AgriVijay where innovation meets rural empowerment? Hi all, welcome to Let's Hear It from Powered by Myjobfactory. I am your host Ajay Alankar and this is the podcast wherein we are really going to get candid with top industry leaders, HR heads and CEOs who are working very hard to shape and reshape today's dynamic work environment. Joining with us today is one Mr. Vimal Panjwani. He is the founder of AgriVijay, which is India's first curated marketplace for renewable energy products for farmers and rural households. Vimalji is a first generation entrepreneur and agri-tech believer and a host of various awards and recognitions already into his kitty. He is also a proud Symbiosis alumni with over a decade of experience in rural and agri sales. So, viewers, if you are a job seeker planning to make your next career move in the agri-tech sector or an employer working very hard to build successful teams, this is the podcast for you. So, without wasting a single second, let's hear it from the horse's mouth. Let's hear it from Vimal Panjwani ji. Vimal ji, we are thrilled to have you here today. Welcome to the show. So, as mentioned, without wasting a single second, I quickly come to the first question, and my first question is basically for job seekers on and what is the mindset you're looking for. And typically a startup like an agri-tech startup like AgriVijay, that works on the intersection of technology and rural employments, which are two different things. So, what is the kind of mindset and qualities do you look for when hiring? I'm not talking about skills and education degrees. I'm talking about mindset and qualities when you look for when building a team.
So, first of all, thank you, Ajay, for bringing us to the podcast. And so, for AgriVijay, I believe we have always looked for people who are basically want to learn and grow. Because we know that when freshers, especially the BSc agriculture graduates or even normal graduates coming from rural areas, they get very less opportunities to learn and grow. And
Right.
also the people in the rural areas, they know less of the technology, less of the corporate life, how the corporate works around it. So what we do is we hire those freshers, we train them how to work in the corporate side and how to function in various departments like marketing, supply chain, finance, accounts, logistics. And then when we do this, we purposely do this because we train them rigorously for 1 month and 2 months. After that, when we start getting the output from them, it is aligned with the company's vision and mission, because we are working for farmers and rural households who are working harder than us. They are putting their efforts more than the urban consumers. And working with farmers and rural households, you should have a mindset that they are working harder than you. And if
Yes.
you do not work at least closer to them, harder
Close.
to them, you won't be able to make them understand their problems, their
Yep.
energy needs. Because
Absolutely.
we work in a juncture where agriculture and renewable energy has been separated for like many decades. And it's high time that renewable energy should be realized that it is important for agriculture, whether you talk about solar, whether you talk about biogas,
Yes.
whether you talk about green energy. All technologies are actually important for agriculture. And we have seen this, I think, with the government also, because aligned with honorable PM's mission, vision and mission of building Atmanirbhar Bharat, we are seeing that PM Kisan Yojana, PM Kusum Yojana, and PM Surya Nirbhar Yojana, which are installing solar water pumps and solar on grids across India. We are actually penetrating usage of renewables. And it is important because we are a country where we get sunlight which is around more than 8 to 9 months. We have round the year sunlight exposure, and if we are able to harness the power of solar and sun, I think we'll be able to scale, become more energy and financially independent, along with fighting against the climate change, where we talk about CO2 GHG emission.
Right.
Because more the solar or biogas or green energy producers, consumers will happen, more climate action contribution will happen from the nation. So I think that is one scenario. And I believe that the people who are looking for jobs in agri-tech, they should look
Right.
for more hard work, more sincerity, because farmers and rural households, our consumers are like that. So I think that is where
Absolutely.
that is our major forte which we look at.
But again, sticking to the first question, so hard work is what is the skill set what you are basically looking for, and then again, this being a learning and development oriented company. So, moving on to the next question very quickly. So, can you explain in detail how does AgriVijay offer job seekers a chance not only to grow their careers but also create real and social environmental impact in the rural India. Now, why I'm asking this question typically because I'm telling you, see, I have been into recruitment for around more than 10 years, and collectively, we have got a recruitment experience of 20 years into the market. We meet a lot of fresher graduates who said that we want to work in organizations wherein we want to create an impact. So, how does AgriVijay, offer job seekers a chance to grow their careers and at the same time create social and environmental impact in rural India?
I think the best part with us is that we are an Amazon of renewables. We have solar, biogas, green energy products on the platform. I think we have 200 plus products on the platform. So the first opportunity is you get to learn how these 200 products works. For farmers,
Right.
and you get training on each of the product and the technology. Whether you talk about solar water pumps, solar inverters, solar refrigerators, biogas digesters, electric tractors, etc. The second part is whenever we sell or install this product for a farmer or rural household, you are actually impacting the whole rural household life. So, for example, when you install a solar water pump, you actually bring savings of around 15 to 20,000 per household when you install a solar water pump, which replaces diesel and electricity. Because if you are using a genset to run your electric pump or even electricity, you save money on that. This is
Right.
the first part. Second, when this money gets saved, it gets invested either in education or in marriage
Correct.
or in some bringing some of the product in the household which was required from long time. So you turn out to be impacting the whole family when you install a certain product. Uh, what the best part with this is when you install a solar water pump, you are actually abating 3.68 tons of CO2 emission annually per pump. So this is the environmental impact. So
Impact.
you are
Right.
impacting a family, you are
Right.
impacting an environment. It's a whole wholesome together benefiting the whole country, nation, as well as the family. So I think if a person at AgriVijay is selling one solar water pump, you are impacting everyone at large.
See, I should not be saying this, but I started this podcast. I don't know how, but have you ever thought that a job could actually help farmers and protect the planet? If you recollect. So, moving on to the
Correct.
third question, next question, very quickly. Uh, typically job seekers, freshers, I come across a lot of freshers. Uh, there are different types of freshers and candidates who are without any, agri-tech background. Can they still join AgriVijay? Can they still join any other agri-tech company? Can they still contribute to AgriVijay's mission of impacting rural lives?
Um, I think, see, I cannot tell about other agri-tech firms,
Okay.
but yes, I can talk about AgriVijay. At AgriVijay, what we have done is whenever we hire a fresher or even we take interns from different colleges before we hire a fresher also, and we keep experimenting this like hiring interns, freshers. The reason is that we try to train them and mold them into becoming the workforce in renewable energy. And if you see, there are not many firms in renewable and green energy across India. So you can say that everyone who is joining companies like AgriVijay, they are the first workforce of renewable and green energy. So in future, they are going to reap the benefits of being the first ones to learn what was renewable energy and green energy for agriculture. I think that is the major benefit. And we prefer freshers and interns because it's easy to mold them, it is easy to train them on their blank background when they are beginning their careers in the corporate life. And once that happens, training somebody on the renewable and green energy is little tough, but once that happens, the output is amazing. The person outgrows more than what you are looking at selling pesticides, fertilizer, equipments, because renewable energy is little different from that area. Because you are aware of that area mostly. Like if you hire a BSc agriculture, he knows pesticides, he knows fertilizers, he knows equipments, but he doesn't know renewable and green energy.
Right.
So
That's
it
different.
is a kind of added advantage for them that they know renewable and green energy with AgriVijay. So this comes as an added advantage
Great.
that you didn't knew this sector, but you start learning and growing. So even after 1 or 2 years after working at AgriVijay, you can have a vast experience, including the previous of your education, which is coming of the products like pesticides, fertilizers, seeds, etc. So that is the advantage with AgriVijay.
Great, great. Such an amazing answer. Quickly moving on to the next question. My next question is my favorite question because this is on company's culture, and company culture is one of the major DNAs of Myjobfactory. Even LinkedIn Global Talent Trends report says that as high as 66% of the candidates want to know more about the company culture before accepting a job offer. Given this fact, what does a day in the life of AgriVijay look like for someone working in your company? I mean, just wanted to share what kind of a company culture is AgriVijay. Is it collaborative? Can you share a
So
glimpse of your, work culture?
yes. So I think the best part with working with AgriVijay is every day you will learn a new thing.
Oh my
Every day we are expanding, growing, exploring, experimenting. So you
God.
will learn a new thing at AgriVijay. So I'll just give you an example. So somebody in marketing might be designing a new product. So every month or every quarter we launch a new product. Recently we launched a solar swing machine or a solar rice de-husking machine. So the marketing team is designing the marketing collaterals for this new product. So every day is a new beginning at AgriVijay, and whether
My
you
goodness.
talk about from marketing person to technical person, he is doing new things. So every month, every time there is a new thing coming up.
Vimalji, you have a dynamic team. I can really sense sitting over here at SCA office, you have a dynamic team, and all your team members are
Yes,
very
yes.
lucky to have a leadership like you. So, moving
I
on.
think we call our team as Avengers because everyone is handling multiple
So,
departments
I
and
was
things. So
just about to say that. I was just about to say that. So, do you have any, formal, my next question was an obvious question on, learning, development, skilling, upskilling, professional growth. So, do you have any formal support training, or it's like,
yes, yes, yes. So what we have done is we have set a you can say pattern of training for everyone joining in. The first training has to be given by me, which is the founder. Usually founders do not give trainings to freshers, but I prefer giving them the first hand training at least when they start their journey, because I know renewable energy is little tough when they get in to at least digest how things are.
right,
So I prefer training, beginning the training schedule with me. Then we have a training which is on-field training where we showcase them how the products are working and how things are working. And then there are department trainings where they work with different departments. And after that, they will be assigned the department of their choice based on their skill set. So we do not fix the department initially.
right.
Even if we do this, we try to change it based on the skill set and the interest, because there is no point if you do not have interest in the department and you do not have the skill set. So we match both the things during the training, and we if there is a requirement of the change of the department, we change that. So that is we have been doing at AgriVijay for like last 3 years now.
So, it's quite flexible and as per the candidate's wish. So,
Yes.
my next question is basically on CVs and resumes. See, typically in a startup, because I am in this startup ecosystem since 2021, and I've been interacting with a lot of startups. I've been interacting with a lot of startup recruitments also. So, can you share? And startups often value passion more than just simple qualifications. So, can you share a story when someone's attitude impressed you more than his resume? Someone's mindset, the way he walks, the way he carries himself. Because if you ask me, I value the attitude of a person, and that's my first priority. So, can you share a story when you?
So I think at AgriVijay we have always ignored the CVs or resumes we have got.
No wonder.
And we prefer talking or taking the first round of the person, and once we get the first round of interview and we see that there is a passion or there is some skill set in that particular person, we move to the second round. So we never take CVs as a filter process. We take the first round of interaction as a filter process. That is our filter process when we make or take the decision of moving ahead in terms of the person. uh, the example if you were talking about is in the past we have hired one technician who was just an ITI diploma, and he was just young chap of 20 years, looking to explore the jobs and all. So if you see his CV, we could have rejected him. I think
My goodness.
nobody could have hired him. But when he joined in, he was so passionate about learning new things. And today, like after he has spent 2 years in the company now, I think he's able to install solar product, any solar product. He's able to install any biogas product. He's able to install any green energy product. So all the three technologies at the age of 22, he's able to install any product as a technician.
22. Sir,
22.
I
So,
should I should come to your office
so
and meet your team for, at least for a cup of coffee. I am going to talk to Harshal very soon.
you are most welcome, sir. So you can see the kind of difference people when they join in. We I think they become Avengers here. I believe the 2 years has made him so capable now that he's proficient in all three technologies, and now he's leading the team on ground with multiple people.
Wow. He is also leading a team. Great.
Yes,
Great.
yes, and a
Amazing.
three-member team with tech, will pure installation and after sales being looked after by him for across India.
My goodness. He used to install, now he is handling teams across India. My goodness.
Yes,
My goodness.
yes, yes.
Okay, moving on to I mean, it's really giving me goosebumps. So moving on to the next question. Vimalji, sectors like climate tech, agri-tech, renewable energy are most dynamic sectors and happening sectors in India. So how do you see the future of job opportunities evolving at AgriVijay?
I think if you realize, over the past 5 decades, renewable energy, green energy has not grown to the level which they should have. Now, with the government and the environment tailwind, I think renewable and green energy is going to stay for next 30-40 years. That because we are working in the future. This is the future. So if
Correct.
you ask me, we are moving ahead where 40-50% of the vehicles will turn into EVs like next 10-20 years. This is going to happen. So if you see, the requirement of people in solar, biogas, green energy will go very high. So if you are entering in the sector today, tomorrow you are going to reaping the benefits of the sector as a senior official or a senior person who knows this in and out right from the first day. So I think it is very advantageous if you join this sector today, because the next 20 years are yours in terms of career.
Great. What a great input. This is what I was basically looking for. Moving on to the next question is, again on job seekers. Now, what advice, Vimalji, would you want to give to job seekers who want to apply for purpose-driven startups like, AgriVijay?
I think my first suggestion would be is be less demanding, because when you are a fresher, you should focus more on learning. Because if you are looking, see, I consider every human resource as a product, and product has a price, which is salary. So if product needs a good salary or a price, the product should have something in it. So try to fill your jar with lots of masala like learnings, trainings, knowledge, everything. If the jar has enough masala, anybody can pay the price, anybody can give you that salary. So initial 1 3 2 years, I think you should focus on putting that masala into your jar and then be demanding. So the first job cannot be demanding. It should be taking it more and more with lesser price. It's okay,
Very,
but after
very,
3 years you can become demanding.
very demanding. Very important input for freshers and job seekers. Uh, I'm coming to the last question. Actually, I would have wanted to continue this session, but I understand that the time constraint.
Yes.
What is that one reason for students or freshers or even professionals who are watching this podcast? What's that one reason that they should consider, being a part of AgriVijay's journey? If they want to become a part, if they want to get hired. So, what's that one reason you have? Why should they join? From their point of view, I am asking this question.
I think, see, we all have job opportunities, across sectors, but I feel working at AgriVijay gives two satisfaction. One is you learn and grow and you get paid well. The second satisfaction is you are impacting a farmer and rural household family. You are bringing savings and increase income for them with a product.
Right.
uh, the third, which is a bonus, satisfaction, is you are actually contributing indirectly to the climate action movement which is happening globally. So multiple benefits are there. And if you see, you do any other job in any other sector, like, you won't get the other two benefits.
Right.
You will get paid well, you might work, but the other two benefits are like, cherry on the top for your job. Like, you
Absolutely.
are working, you are getting paid, you are slogging, but you are, impacting the lives of environment, life of people and environment together. I think that is where I would say is the advantage for anyone to,
Right.
work at
I
agriculture.
I'm repeating this again. I somehow what made me to write this statement. I don't know. Have you ever thought that your job could actually help farmers and protect the farmers? I was so right. So, Vimalji, it was a wonderful discussion, but then I
Same here.
understand the time's constraint. So, with this, we come to the end of this particular episode of Let's Hear It From, and it was really an amazing discussion. Not only amazing, but a
Thank
wonderful
you.
and a learning experience, not only for me, but to the job seekers also who are listening this episode. So, viewers, my job factory, we believe that job hunting should be more than just pressing the apply button. It should not be like it should not be like hitting an arrow in the dark. It is like finding the right workplace, a workplace that aligns with your personality, a workplace that aligns with your career goals and aspirations. And that is why we have built a platform called My Job Factory that basically connects candidate personas with dream workplaces. And Vimalji, coming back to you, as a part of thank you, we are offering you three free job postings to AgriVijay, wherein you can showcase your company culture through photos and videos. You can put into practice various employer branding ideas. You can promote your employee value proposition along with detailed job descriptions in order to attract top talent and build engaged teams. So, viewers, again, if you are a job seeker listening, please log on to myjobfactory.com now, wherein you will notice that we have turned simple job postings into real workplace stories. The job you might be dreaming for might just be there. And if you're a CEO or an HR leader, want to share your hiring philosophy or your company's culture in order to reach the next generation of top talent, please reach out to us. We would be more than happy to feature you on this podcast. So viewers, bye for now. Please take care and see you soon.